Good morning. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That coffee tastes just a little bit sweeter this morning after a big W against LSU. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, Billy just rocks out a little gritty for the boys. What it does for recruiting to the moon. Here we come. Spacesuit might be getting worked out later this week. I don't know. Feels pretty good, though. Feels pretty good. Happy Sunday to you. Let's roll the intro. Let's talk all about it, baby. Good morning, good evening. Welcome back to Hightop Sports, ladies and gentlemen. As we all know, LSU, belt to ass. Took a little whooping yesterday to the Gators. DJ Lagway just doing his thing. Here's a fun stat from yesterday's game. LSU had a total of 92 plays to Florida's 43 plays. Not to mention time possession, which was 41 minutes, almost 42 minutes to 18. LSU dominated on ball control. But when DJ Lagway and that offense touched that ball, a spark like no other went off. I told you. I said it all day yesterday. When DJ Lagway touches the field, he saves babies. Okay? I think it's 3 babies for every yard that he gains. I don't know the math on it. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm telling you right now, the young man has mystical powers, and we saw it yesterday. He ignites not only the offense, the defense, the coaches around him, and the 90,000 strong in the swamp this past Saturday. And they're going to need it again next Saturday against Ole Miss. Again, a huge W. This puts us at 5 wins, and we've been talking how Now, we've talked about how important this win is, right? Because now you're at 5 wins, 1 away from 6, which 6 makes you bowl eligible. And again, we're not here to take moral victories or just play for bowl games, but with the youth of this team, it's very important for these guys to get extra reps, more practices, and more playing time. Another extra game for DJ Lagway and these guys and Jaden Ball to play together is absolutely massive. And again, it's one more opportunity for guys in the transfer portal to see this team. It's huge. I was against it. I wasn't a fan of it last year, but I realized how much we lost by not getting that extra game. So all for it. Making that bowl game. We've got 2 games now to make that a legitimate opportunity. Feel pretty good about that. As the game, we talked about it a ton yesterday with the guys that called in. Look, was it the cleanest, sexiest game we played? No, absolutely not. And that's what excites me. And again, we talked about it all season. I know everyone was in front of us. Oh, they play hard. They play with heart. Playing hard, staying bought in, and being bought into Billy Napier. Something that I have hammered the drum on all season, regardless of my feeling of Napier in that situation. I've always got to give credit to the fact that these guys have not quit on him. We as the fans have got frustrated. We've quit, but the players have refused to quit. After that beatdown to Texas last week, you could have hung it up. After falling to Georgia, you could have hung it up. After getting beat down and embarrassed in Miami at home, you could have hung it up. But they didn't. They continue to stick together, continue to believe, and that's why they're able to pull it out yesterday in a game where if you look at the stat sheet, no reason we had no business winning. We had no business winning. But they felt they had the opportunity to win. And even watching this game, even though I felt like, golly, this defense has been on the field all day long. You had this weird feeling, a feeling that I haven't had in a very long time watching Gator football. It's like this defense is keeping it contained. No big plays are happening. Sure, they're getting like little chunk yards and they're getting 3rd downs, which were frustrating, and 4th downs, which were frustrating to me. But they're keeping it in front of them. Nobody's getting blown up over the top. They're containing the quarterback. They're not running the ball very effectively. All those things are positive to me. And then when DJ Lagway ran onto the football field, you just felt like anything could happen. I swear to goodness, I thought he was going to throw a touchdown worth 14 points. That's what I thought was going to happen yesterday. That's what he does when he plays on offense. And I can't remember the last time that we had an offense that when they ran onto the football field, you're like, we're never out of this because this offense can score in the blink of an eye. And that's how I felt yesterday. DJ Lagway, 13 for 26, 226 yards, and Eliza Badger, 6 catches for 131 yards and a tutty. Speaking of a tutty gritty, Billy Napier is going absolutely viral for this right now. And look, I got to love it. I love the energy. I love what this man brings to the team because they just get around him. I usually love, do you like that? I hope we get that clip with him and Trace Mack, because Trace Mack earned his right to go, you like that? By hitting 2 50-yarders, just sticking them to him. But one of the players went live on their IG. I can't even do that, Billy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that swagger like that. Letting them ride. Letting them know what's up. Firing up the team. I love this kind of energy. I love seeing him get down with those guys, celebrating a big-time victory. Again, LSU comes in ranked. Everybody signing off Florida, writing them off. They're done. Going into next year, packing up the bags. It's over, right? Now, the game was great. A lot of things to build on. A lot of opportunities to look forward to. Some great, exciting. We have exciting. This game with Ole Miss now feels exciting. After Texas, you're feeling a little doom and gloom because what happened on Texas, right? You don't have DJ Lagway. What's going to happen with him? And he wasn't 100% healthy. They made it very clear they didn't want him playing too much, right? But ultimately, he still did his job. Now, they did ask him, which I loved, like, hey, did you guys go to the Strickland and say, hey, we want to keep Billy, all these things? No, but he says, does it affect recruiting, which we're going to talk about because on Wednesday's show, I go, look, something's happening here. They went all in. I said it on the call-in show. Think about this, you're at Vegas. You've got 500 stacks with you, right? You're feeling good. You're like, you know what? I got just something about it. I got a little gut feeling. I'm going to go double this money real quick, boys. Let's head over to the roulette table. I'm putting this bad boy on red. And everybody's telling you, like, I don't think it's a good deal, good idea. Like, I'm telling you right now, I got something. Might be something in the air, but I'm just feeling pretty good about it. You got DJ Lagway coming back. You're like, let's bring the troops. We haven't had much noise around recruiting, much buzz. FSU's in shambles. Their quarterback decommits. Their 5-star offensive lineman tweets because of the firings that happened, right? Florida was taken advantage of last year with the firings of their coaches. Can we do that now in return? Can we go after and make some big-time moves? I've been saying this all season long. Look, I know Dave and others have been questioning the recruiting class. I go, look, we walked into the last half of the year with a top 10 recruiting class and got pilgrimaged at the end there. Take a different approach. It only matters when they sign, right? Close it down strong. Make momentum. Be the last thing they remember. That's what they're doing. Sometimes I like the approach last year. They try to be first. It burned them in the ass. Now, they're making a different approach at it. Let's get them in late. Let's show them where things are headed. Big time opportunity coming in with all the recruits that we're visiting. And we got to talk about it because, again, a lot of guys said some great things, some current players. And DJ Lagway had some things to say about that as well in his post-game interview about the impact of Strickland saying, hey, Napier staying. But before doing that, of course, Rocket Money is bringing the show to you. Did Rocket Money find any subscriptions you forgot about or you paid for twice and didn't realize it? Check out rocketmoney.com. We've been talking about this all week long. Again, with Rocket Money, helps you find those unwanted subscriptions. Like if you just subscribe for Netflix after this Mike Tyson fight because you wanted to watch the fight and you're like, I really don't want Netflix. Don't forget about it. They've got football on Christmas going to be on Netflix. That's so they can keep you checked in for 2 more months, and that way you forget about it. Rocket Money will not let you forget about it. And also, too, it's like a little personal account. Shows you where your spending's going, all those great things. Helps you become more financially educated. It's fantastic. So be sure to check out Rocket Money because it's a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, serving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/hightopsports. That's rocketmoney.com/hightopsports. Now, let's talk about what DJ Lagway said. So, DJ Lagway on Scott Strickland's message saying Billy Napier will stay as Florida's head coach. Napier said it was huge for recruiting, too. I had guys hitting me up asking about the situation. Here we are. We said that when it happened. And look, I know a lot of people were not fans of the noise or of the decision, but I told you that I was, simply given the fact that we now had a path. Whether you like that path or not, there was some uncertainty of the program. Now, people are going to say, well, why was there uncertainty? Doesn't really matter. There was uncertainty of the program. We needed a leveling of like, hey, where are we headed? What's happening here? And even Strickland says, like, look, nobody necessarily came to me. You could just sense the fact these guys bought in. They loved Billy Napier, and we're going to continue to stick with that. Now, before I go into the recruits and what some things I've noticed on Twitter, Alex Shepard, we've showed his photos on here before. The guy's an absolute phenom when it comes to using that camera. So he's close. He's in the trenches, and he tweeted out because he's taking this photo and takes an incredible photo of Napier smiling and just enjoying the win here. He tweets, I don't know about y'all, but it almost feels like this massive weight has been lifted, even if temporarily. As I was photographing Billy after the post-game handshake, I could only hear him say one thing. Man, this feels good. Couldn't agree more. Winning cures all, guys. Winning cures all. We said that time and time again, and it really, really does. And you could just feel like, because I think what most importantly is The win is is the result of the progress. The win shows you that everything we've been building up to is finally paying off. And although the game wasn't as clean as they would have liked, and although we gave up a lot of third downs, and although we gave a lot of fourth downs, the fact of the matter is that you stuck together. You trusted the process. I told you that the adversity that you have been fighting for the last 3 years will come full circle. And it was last night, because they had faced so much adversity throughout the year, that although things may have not always gone their way, and although they maybe got 3 fourth down conversions in a row, and anybody else probably would have just broke, they just kept bending, and they kept bending, and they kept bending, but they never broke. And that is something that when you can establish that becomes unbreakable. That is something that a championship bona fide caliber team, that's what you have to have instilled in you. Now, I'm not saying this team obviously is going to a championship anytime soon, but that is a culture that will transcend for the next few years to come. That is what he's been trying to build this entire time. And when you see it and you feel it, it's rewarding. Winning isn't always just because you win doesn't mean it happened. It's how you win. It's how they won last night is what you saw. Big time stuff, guys. Big time stuff. Let's talk about the recruiting stuff here. Micah Jones, tight end who's currently committed, says, very excited. I believe that we are really turning it around and a scary team in the future. Your 3-star tight end, he's currently committed. The real Heisman here, okay, somebody that's well connected with the program. This was late last night, 11:01 p.m. I tweeted it out. That had me fired up. A little devil symbol, don't know what that means, with the commitment glass emojis to a Gator. Maybe that little devil logo is like represents a player. Maybe that's like kind of their thing. I don't know. But you got to be excited. You got to be excited. They asked DJ Lagway too, what is your response to recruits wanting to come here? He said, my kind of response to that is we got the best fan base in the country. That's you guys. We've got coaches that care, and that's going to develop you, make you a better player and person on and off the field. That's kind of how I see it. And look, I mean, he even talks about even later on the development that he's had. I mean, just think about, go back to week 1, go back to the spring game, right? The spring game to week 1, to A&M, to Sanford, to Tennessee, to yesterday. The kid's a completely different human being. And he brings those attributes of a baller, which are fantastic. They've allowed for him to do that. But his composure in the pocket, his belief in himself, his belief in his wide receivers, he's changed. He's growing. And if you're a top prospect quarterback, you got to look at that like, they're developing this kid who was the Heisman winner in high school, Gatorade Player of the Year, one of the top quarterback prospects in a long time, and they've made him better in just a matter of 9 games. Better. He looks better. And he was already great. Right? And not only that, but how do you not want to come play with that? Because you see what he does on both sides of the ball. Again, he is saving babies' lives. How do you not want to be a part of that? The plus baby column is incredible when he touches the football field. Lock it in, boys. You got the money. You got the prospects. You got the talent. You show what the culture does when it's ready to win. You show how the swamp is when you give them something to cheer about. It's one of the most incredible places in the world. And last night, cool Saturday afternoon in November, boys and girls, was absolutely electric. The way the swamp intended to be, boys. Okay? I know we're only 5-5, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but a win like this will do something for a fan, for an economy, for babies. Okay? It turns things around. You feel that this morning? Your coffee tasted a little bit sweeter. I was sitting next to the wife last night. She's like, you good? I was like, baby, I am real good. I know it's just a football game, but I love this damn team, and I love watching the sport, and I love covering it. And by golly, man, I slept like a baby. I was sitting on the couch all cozied up, watching the Georgia-Tennessee game, just warm inside, baby. You know what I'm saying? Little song in my heart, maybe. All right? Felt good. Felt good. Back to business, though. Today we celebrate. Today we enjoy. Monday, get back to the grind. We got to play Ole Miss. As quickly as they give it to us, as quickly they can take it away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be good. Happy Sunday to you. Keep your eyes and ears peeled. Turn the bell on. Could be some news happening in the next couple of days. I don't know. Tomorrow, live with Stephen Harris, Champs Corner 835. You don't want to miss it because I know he's fired up. He's got some things to say. He's got some receipts. Smash the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, baby. Peace and love, baby. Woo! Go Gators.